And Jenny is where we're going to start. He's back to his right trip here of a mile. He's a two-time winner over the course and distance.
He's got a couple of handlers on him, but he's a pretty quiet, relaxed type of horse. He's very solid. He's got a solid chest on him, and he's been clipped out. The coat that's coming through is good. He's about your average size. I think he's stepping out okay. Might need a little loosen up in front, but generally speaking, he's not too bad. He has got some good body strength, and he's sensible. So I haven't seen the rest, but I'm going to say place chance for him on looks.
And he's at 7.8, 2.2. I know Mark likes him here this afternoon. Number 6, Casa Legend, has won this 3 starts ago. He's a 2-time winner from his 30 starts. Smashing Express is one of the downgraders that comes here. He's unfortunately for him, he's drawn 13.
Well, he's been quite unimpressive so far in Class 4, but that class drop gives him an opportunity to go a bit better. 135 pounds in gate 13 is not going to make it easy for him, though. But he actually isn't a bad-looking type. He's rather fit. He's very sensible with his 2 handlers. He does walk out freely enough, and he's quite athletic. So I know his form's been poor, but he certainly gets a pass. He looks quite well.
Carries the green and yellow colours of Francis Young Li Fong. Good luck to all involved there. Charmander, Jenny, 5th last week, so backs up again quickly. James McDonald on.
Well, yeah, up to the 1600 here. He's won 2 races over 1400, but I think 1600 is suitable for this fellow. He's a little stocky type. He does walk out nice and freely. He's got a good attitude, wintry but healthy in his coat. So he fronts up well. He always carries that little bit of weight around the midsection. Sometimes he's a bit stiff walking behind. He's not too bad in that area today, so I think he looks okay, but more so a place chance again.
The current favourite is number 2, Special Heads. Blinkers off, visor on. Another one that's been recently downgraded.
Yeah, so 3.6 about Special Hedge at the moment. He's just making his way into the lineup here, so I'll just get over to him. He was a beaten favourite in Class 4, so this is Class 5, not beaten all that far, so he probably gets a good opportunity here. Now, he's a nice horse. He's nice and relaxed. He's very fit. He's really healthy. He appears to be walking out well. I don't think he can present any better than that. He looks really well.
It's a very good report for him with the visor going on. Gold Tack, Jenny dropping in grade. Lexi Pouchon picks up the rider. He's actually 0 from 20, but he's drawn a good gate.
He is, yeah. Look, David Hall's got a couple in it, and this is the second one of them, Charmander being the other one. He's only a small, plain type of horse, but another one with a good attitude. Also carries a bit of weight around the midsection, but I think he's fit enough. He's quite healthy. He's walking out cleanly. So another one I could leave there with a place chance.
He hasn't won in Hong Kong, but did run second in Class 4. His number 4, Gold Tack. There is some market support for him as well at 10 and 3.4. Here's a disappointing horse, Jenny, Casa Papa. 28 starts, still a maiden. He does a lot of things wrong, but he tends to get you a few times.
Well, that is true, and he can be slow out of the gates, one of his bad sort of habits. But he presents really well today, I've got to say. I can't find anything wrong with him. He's quite strong, he's really healthy, he's quite eager. He looks good. I could leave him there with some chance. He's quite strong, so yeah, I'll leave him there with an each way chance.
He actually ran second once upon a time behind Mr. Ascendancy in a Class 3. He's dropped a fair few points since then, but he has got some sound enough form in the book. Servan, Jenny, up £6 for winning last time. That was at Happy Valley. He's now drawn the outside gate in 14.
Well, here's another stocky, strong-bodied horse, been clipped out. He is behaving himself really nicely with his 2 handlers there. So 1,043 pounds is what he weighs in it. He looks a lot heavier than that when you're up close. So he's a bit deceiving on that front. But he does remain a fit horse and he's sensible. So place hope.
So that was Servan.
Sorry. No, I was talking about Casa Legend there again. So, Servan, a little bit on his toes. He's got a bit of height. He's very fit. A couple of handlers on him. So he looks okay, but he's a bit toey.
Okay, that is 7. Thank you, Jenny. Here's the 8 on the lash. Visors going on. Blinkers are off.
He's a tall horse that's got plenty of scope, does walk out cleanly, does look quite fit. He's been disappointing. Not really sure where he fits in at this stage. He's classless and tripless, so he needs to show us what he can do. But I don't think he presents too badly. He's certainly not the worst. He's quite fit and healthy.
Number 9, the next one, which is Chili Barber. Now, he did win on debut, but he's had 18 starts since. Tongue tie comes off him.
It's been really disappointing, and his most recent trial up at Chongfa was disappointing as well. I'm not sure if he can improve enough. He's a bit on the plain side. He's very docile, though, and he does appear to be healthy enough. He does look fit enough. Fluency does need to loosen up in front as well. Place only for me.
There's Chili Barber. Antoine Hamlin on board him here this afternoon. We'll probably see 10 and 3.4. Here is number 10, Invincible Missile. Casper Founds and Luke Ferraris combined. It's been good his last twice, Jenny. They've been at Happy Valley. Back to Sha Tin today.
Yeah, his horse that fronts up looking pretty well. On most occasions, a 9-year-old, very strong. He always maintains his body weight. He does need a little loosen up in front. Sometimes he's a bit stiff walking behind as well, but yeah, just in front he needs a tiny loosen up. Everything else is really good, his strength and his attitude.
Next one we got here is Invincible Missile, which we've seen. Now we move on to Lapras. Now another one who's a maiden from his 10 starts. He's just a bit of a one-hit wonder at the moment here at Christmas. He's just had a third from his only 10 starts here.
Yeah, look, he's stepping up to the 1600 here. That's got to be a little bit of a query. He's actually another one that's well behaved. Coat's okay, bit stiff walking behind. But he does look very fit. Rough place chance for him on looks.
That is Lapras. The cheek pieces are coming off for today. Matthew Chadwick's going on for the first time. 45-1 is his price. He's only beaten a couple of rivals home in his last 2 races there. Behind Good View Glory on the most recent of them. Leather Master, number 14 here, Jenny. Next one we're going to see 0 from 15. Runs here off a mark of 21.
So I'm just having a look at Winning 7 as he goes past me as well, so I can tell you about him. This horse is quite a strong-bodied horse. He's got plenty of size, a big solid chest on him, high wither, a little bit on edge. Does look fit enough though, and looks quite healthy too. So he's not the worst as far as looks go. Could leave him with a rough place chance as well.
He's at 40-1 as number 14, Leather Master, and he's heading out towards the racecourse now, and he is, as you can see on screen there now. Now we've still got a couple to see, I think, which 12 and 13, so we'll get them on screen as they come through. I think Fireball will be the first of the two. Jenny, now he's another one stepping up to 1600 metres. He has run 5th over 1650 and is a winner in Class 4.
Well, he's getting on a bit now, isn't he? He's an 8-year-old, and it's his first go, as you say, of the 1600. I thought his coat was just okay. Maybe it's had on the dull side here and there, but he does look particularly fit. He's bandaged in front. His behaviour was quite good. So another one more, so I've got him there as a place chance.
There's Fireball and Winning 7 making his way out behind the 8-year-old Fireball. Harry Bentley, Douglas White teaming up here. 6th last time behind the Azure, beaten 3 3/4 lengths. Jenny, did you manage to see the 13th?
Yeah, I certainly did. So he's still throwing his head around a little bit as he was doing here in the parade. He's another one that's got a bit of size and scope. He actually looks really quite fit, and he's quite healthy looking in his coat too. Didn't think he paraded too badly. He's only had the 13 starts, and he's a 4-year-old. He's just got that one placing. So from gate 1, I don't think he's the worst either. So there's a few there with rough place chances, but there's a couple that actually stood out.
That's it. That's the field there for race number 1 as they're out on the track. Go through this market as Jenny puts her top 4 together with Smashing Express, a 25 chance. Special Hedge, 3.6. Charmander, 8.9. 10 Gold Tack. Casa Papa at 7.7. Casa Legend, 7.6. 28 Servant, 20 On the Lash. Chili Barber, 10. 11 Invincible Missile. Lapras, 46. 23 Fireball, 12 Winning 7. And Leather Master, he's a 40 chance.
Thank you, Paul. That's how they bet here for the opener of 10 coming up this afternoon. Special Hedge currently the favourite. Is he in your top 4 for the opener, Jenny?
Oh, totally, yes. He was one of those that stood out. He looks terrific, actually. Special Hedge. You're talking Class 5. He looks nicer than a Class 5 type of horse. I would be surprised if he didn't run well. So Zach Purton to ride here from gate 10, 135 pounds. So it's not going to be easy, but the visor is going on for the first time. They've taken the blinkers off him, so a bit of a gear change too. He goes on top of number 5, Casa Papa, Now, that's the best I've seen him. He is a 28th start maiden. So it's hard to have a lot of confidence in a horse like him, but that's as good as he's presented. So I've got him in as the Quinella horse. I thought number 1, Smashing Express, has been extremely disappointing in Class 4. Gets a class drop here. Still needs to show us a fair bit more, but I thought he looked really fit. He's quite a sensible type. He did walk out cleanly too. So I've got him in. And I thought the bottom weight, Leather Master, big, strong chest on him, this horse. Quite dappled up in his coat, got a good shine to it, and he looks in pretty fit shape too. So I'm going to put him in. He needs to improve a lot too, but he's the next best looker. So 2, 5, 1 and 14.
2, 5, 1 and 14. Thank you, Jenny. So Special Hedge on top at 3.6. As you can see, runners making their way down towards the start. Their remark to open regarding the TT, but it's all over in terms of the TT this afternoon.
Yep. So 9 and 10, you can just see that. So just hold your triple trio tickets because there's nothing left. But 9 and 10, there's that really good double trio jackpot. So last 2 races before Christmas, chance to get a little bit of extra money.
Indeed. So you hold tickets if you...
got the first leg.
Yes, got the first leg of the TT.
You haven't got one of those tickets, have you, Paul?
No, I haven't. Well, wouldn't mind one at this stage.
Good jackpot Thursday night?
I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I think there is, isn't there?
The all-weather?
Yeah, there was actually.
Okay.
Hey, was there a couple?
Yeah, I think there was 5 odd million going through.
Serangoon on screen here, Jenny. He's a 9-1 chance. Zach Purton rides for Tony Cruz.
Yeah, look, I think he comes into the yard looking particularly well once again. He does a bit of a regular looking good in the parade, but not often producing. That last run he was able to finish 4th. That was over the 2200 at the Valley. Here, look, he could not be any fitter. He's really smooth in his walking action. He's a really athletic looking horse. And Zach Purton takes over the ride here. I would have to give him an each way chance on looks as well.
Serangoon. Sure, we'll have a few viewers tuning in from Singapore. Might be supporting Serangoon there. 10 and 3.6. Lovely part of the island if you've never been. Affordable. Alexi Pouchon, David Hayes. Got the win last time, Jenny. That was at Happy Valley. Has gone up the £5 for that.
Yeah, look, he was given a fantastic ride by James McDonald there. Alexi jumping on here from gate number 12. He's still going to need a fair bit of luck to go his way, but he's a very calm, relaxed, strong-bodied horse. He does walk out cleanly. He's beautifully behaved. So he presents quite nicely. He's maintained his overall strength. He's a big boy. He's 32 pounds. He's actually put on another 12 pounds. So I couldn't say no about him.
Okay, as the favourite is just starting to walk around the yard here as well. Jenny, Charity Gain at 2.6 and 1.4.
Charity Gain, well and truly the favourite, yeah, as you say, at 2.6. Now, he's about to come into my view, so I shall get a good look at him. Queer him a little bit in front on a bit of a, well, last time I saw him, and that would be the same again here today. Although not too bad. So he just requires a little loosen up in that area. He's got some muscle strength in the shoulder. He does appear to be as fit as he could possibly be going into this. And he's a nice, tall, athletic type too. So, yes, he's an each-way chance.
Here's Joyful Prosperity, Jenny Hubum and Danny Shum. He's really found some form of late. He's gone back-to-back beating Fruity Warrior and Jubilation. How does he look?
Well, he's maintained his condition, that's for sure. He's put on another 7 pounds, and he's getting stronger as he's getting older. He's only a 4-year-old, but yeah, he's certainly doing quite well by the looks of things. Wintry in his coat, walking out nice and freely, and pretty casual nature about him too. So he's backed up well. He's good.
Okay, moving on to the next of them, and this is Forever Folks. Jenny, off the all-weather is Forever Folks here, and he's in the market at about 40-1.
Nice shine to his coat. He is a solid-bodied horse, and he's a no-nonsense type. A little bit stiff walking behind, but and always carries that little bit of weight around the midsection there. Usually slow out of the gates, but he is look, he's healthy and he's very relaxed. Maybe a rough place chance.
That's Forever Folks. I must commend the gentleman in the novelty race silk stood around the parade ring. He's
calling out for David Hayes. I think he might have had a couple of Carlsbergs this afternoon.
I think he's enjoying his day. Billionaire Secret here, Jenny. Jimmy Ting, Matthew Chadwick teaming up.
Interesting. We don't often see that, do we? Billionaire's Secret has been let go with his wintry coat. He's really rough and woolly in the coat, but he's got a bit of a shine to it. He's bandaged in front. He's always been a plain type to look at. Nothing jumps out about him. He's had the 3 runs for Jimmy Ting and hasn't overly improved. Bit of a pronounced knee action. I'm going to prefer a few others.
Okay, Dragon Star, Jenny hasn't been leading of recent starts. The visor goes on, coming up to nearly a year since he's won.
Yeah, true. Dragon Star. Now, he's another no-nonsense type. It was interesting you were talking about the pace before. Well, something's got to lead this race, and perhaps he will. And if he does, maybe he might give you a sight. He's just relaxed. He's walking out. Okay, needs a little loosen up in front. Not 100% smooth, but he's a fit horse, and he's sensible.
That is Dragon Star. Yeah, I slightly query him at this trip, but they keep stepping him up in distance, so they must obviously see something in track work perhaps that suggests he would get it. Jubilation, Jenny, he actually ran second to Joyful Prosperity 2 starts ago. Tried him on the all-weather last tonight. He was 8th of 14.
Yeah, another one. At least he's well drawn with Keith on board. Keith's in pretty good form this campaign. The horse is another no-nonsense type. He walks out cleanly. He's got stronger as he's got older, this horse. He does look nice and fit. He's a little wintry but healthy in his coat. I think he parades really quite well for him, so I'll give him an each-way chance.
Perfect pairing now with Jenny. John Size, Brenton Avdella, 0 from 8. Was a bit better last time out behind Affordable, but wanted to lay in the straight.
Yeah, he had a trial on the all-weather as well, and he didn't really improve all that much. Just went to lash out there, but restrained himself. He's bandaged on those hind legs. He actually presents okay. He's not a hopeless type. He's quite neatly put together, and he's quite fit and healthy. So he gets a pass. He just needs to improve.
Perfect pairing there. Horse number 9. Number 10 is Happy Hero. Lyle Hewitson about to get on board. He's got a really good course and distance record, Jenny. Only once tasted defeat from 3 starts over this trip.
Well, he's a horse that's about your average height, but he's got a lot of scope, and he does look particularly fit going into this. 1,069 pounds is what he weighs in at. His attitude is very good. He does appear to be walking out nice and freely as well. So whilst he's not an absolute standout type, I think he probably presents as well as he can at this stage of his career. So I'll leave him on a place line.
2-time course and distance winner. Management folks now, Jenny, he's yet to win course and distance, but has got 3 placings, just beaten last start.
He was, yeah. So obviously fitter for a couple of runs, although you wouldn't know it to look at him if you were seeing him for the first time, because he's a really barrely sort of solid body type. Very healthy in his coat, but not smooth in front. And I've noted that before with him. Even behind, he's not brilliant either. So he needs a bit of loosening up, but he maintains his overall strength. And, off that last run, he's probably there with a chance. On looks, I'd only have him as a place chance.
Yeah, Matthew Poon doing the steering there. Confringo, visor going on, replacing the cheek pieces. Little to recommend him 5 so far, Jenny.
That's true, but he did cover a bit of ground last time. He was 3 wide, no cover. He's actually really quite free in his action, this horse. He's very tall and rangy and does look particularly fit. So he certainly gets a pass. But he definitely does need to improve a little bit. I could easily have him in the top half dozen. I don't think he parades too badly.
And Soaring Bronco, Jenny, off the all-weather on Wednesday night in Class 5. He's back up into Class 4. 8 out of his last 9 starts. He's been single-figured and favourite 3 or 4 times there.
Yeah, now this horse, he has been very disappointing. There's no 2 ways about it. He's become a bit of a young money muncher, really, at this stage of his career as a 4-year-old. I've quite liked him in the parade on numerous occasions, and he's really let me down. He does continue to look fit. He's really healthy in his coat. He's just slightly on his toes now, but he was quiet and relaxed before. He does require a little loosen up in front, but other than that, he's well.
Yeah, 3 times a beaten favourite so far for Soaring Bronco there at 14 to 1. Well, that's all the runners previewed for the Ivy Handicap over 2,000 metres. Back with Jenny very shortly, but Charity Gain, Paul, no surprise to see him favourite.
Yes, 2.6 currently for Charity Gain. Joyful Prosperity 6.7, 10 Serangoon, 39 Forever Folks, Affordable 14, 12 Billionaire Secret 33. Dragon Star, 7.6 Jubilation, 20 Perfect Pairing, 31 Happy Hero, Management Folks 11, 71 Confringo, and Soaring Bronco, he's a 14 to 1 chance.
Okay, that is the field for race number 6. Jenny, 2,000 metres here. Who makes it into the top 4?
I think Chris So's got number 8, Jubilation, parading really well at the moment. His form hasn't been too bad this campaign either. He's got 5 wins on the board. He just seems to be getting a little bit stronger with age as well. So I've got him on top. Off number 3 is Serangoon. Probably prefer even further than this for him. Zach Purton taking over. He hasn't ridden him before under race conditions, so we'll see whether or not he can improve here. He tends to get back and he tends to run on, but he doesn't often win. So he's there, though. He looks good. Number 2, Joyful Prosperity, continues to thrive. He's a really strong, healthy-looking horse. And I thought number 1, Charity Gain, also had to go in, who is the current favourite at 2.7. He looks well and he's been really consistent. J-Mac to ride here with £135, but at least he's nicely drawn. Of the rest, the 5 and the 10 are next best, but 8, 3, 2 and 1.
Thank you, Jenny. 8, 3, 2 and 1 are the numbers here. Jubilation on top from the parade ahead of Serangoon. There's Joyful Prosperity makes it in, and so too Charity Gain. Mark, as we come to you for your second.
Yeah, just looks fit enough. I think he might have just reached his mark. You know, he's just finding it a little bit tough of late. But, just there's one little negative as far as appearance goes. He just needs to loosen up.
That is Superb Boy. He's got a very healthy record in the grade here. Alexis Pouchon running for Francis Loy as well. So he's had a ride for John Size today. Ran well in an earlier race, and he's now got a ride for Francis Loy as well. So good to see him getting the support here, young Alexi. 2 is Lucy in the Sky. Zach Purton's going on here for trainer Mead Choi. First time they're going to team up this season, actually, Jenny.
Yeah, interesting. He is always, every time he stepped out, I've quite liked the look of this fellow. He's really well put together. He's got a good nature. He does continue to walk out nice and freely, and he maintains his condition. 1,207 pounds. He's put on 7 pounds since he last raced, and I think that's a positive. Just stronger in the shoulder. Looks good.
It's Lucy in the Sky, caught wide, but had some cover last time out. Barrier number 11. Zach also having the first ride aboard Lucy in the Sky as well at 7.3. And he is certainly one of the fancied runners here in the market. There's definitely a few here at some big prices too. On to 3, Johannes Brahms here, Jetty, and Pierre Ung, James McDonald from barrier number 2. Check crowded at the start and then stayed on between runners when he got clear after being held up in the early part.
Yeah, absolutely. So there was legitimate excuses for him, and I actually made him my best bet that day, and I'm doing the same again here today. I thought off that run he would be a solid chance. He's another one with a really good demeanour. He walks out. He's got a bit of a floaty walking action, but it's all good. He's fit. He's quite tall. He's very healthy, and he does look fit.
It's a good report there for Johannes Brahms from a good draw. Yeah, I certainly agree. I think he's got a cracking chance in this here. Currently at 3.1 and 1.3. About the son of Sayuni here. This 3-year-old in pretty good form when trained by Aidan O'Brien. So hopefully he can bring that to the fore here. And this will be his third start coming up in Hong Kong for him. Number 4 is Beauty Crescent, 0 from 23, Jenny, but has placed numerous times. Did so again last time out. They've kindly left him on 74.
Yeah, look, he arrived on a rating of 78 and he's on 74 and he hasn't won a race, but he's picked up a lot of prize money, $4.5 million along the way. So he's still doing a fairly handy job for his owners. He looks extremely fit. He needs a little loosen up in front, but he is quite keen with his hand there and is being restrained. So it's probably just making that look a little bit more evident than it actually is. So I'll still leave him there with a place chance.
It's Beauty Crescent. Been very consistent without winning. Got a bit of a bump at the start and was a bit keen at one point down the side as well, Beauty Crescent, but he's going to get his opportunity again from barrier number 3. We've got 5 on screen now. Jenny Kempes, who says he's dropped 22 pounds in body weight here. Didn't mind the trial, and he definitely was better last time out behind Charming Legend.
Yeah, he certainly was. I'm sure he's on the improve. He's only a 4-year-old. He's a very athletic-looking horse. He's not 100% smooth walking in front or behind, but it's only very minor. So he just requires a little bit of loosening up, but he looks as fit as he could possibly be, and he's under control with his 2 handlers there. So I'll leave him on a place line as well.
Yeah, There's 1 or 2 in the race for Mr. and Mrs. Colin Lowe, so good luck to them. We'll get to their other runner very shortly. But there is Kempes on screen, carries the green and pink set of silks. Horses usually carry the bundle prefix. This one, though, Kempes, and Hugh Bowman will be on board. Horse number 6 is Eason. Hasn't been with Ricky Yu all that long, Jenny, but in the runs he has had for Ricky, he's run some cracking races.
Well, that's true. Had 4 goes over the 1400 though, and has not placed at this stage of his career. But he's a horse that always looks good in the parade, and he does again here. He looks in terrific order. Lovely, quiet, relaxed, big, strong, normal size, but strong and healthy. Continues to walk out nicely. So another good run from him is not going to shock at all.
Yeah, the course and distance record would be a bit of a concern, but last time out behind Gustafsson just wanted to lay in a bit in the home straight. Bundle Award to Jenny. He was Prince Prawn prior to arriving. He won 3 races, Pakenham, Ballarat and Sandown. John Size, Ben Thompson.
Yeah, look, the one at Sandown was interesting because the saddle slipped back quite a lot, and he was still able to get the job done. It was a very good performance there. Now, he's definitely got some ability. Whether or not he's 100% fully tuned, that would be my only little query with him. I think there's definitely more to come. If he was to win like this, I'd be more than impressed. I'm going to leave him on a place line more than a win line, but he's got a lovely way about him, really good demeanour, and he's a nice, strong type, well put together.
Yeah, he's 24 and 8.2. Number 8 is Stormy. Tongue tie on here for the debut, Jenny. Draws wide. Did win a couple in Ireland for Jack Davidson.
Yeah, he had a lameness issue back in September, so all the polytrack form from overseas, I'm not sure if that's going to hold up here. But his trial was okay. He was a bit one-paced in it, his most recent one. To look at, he walks out okay. He's keen, but behaving himself well. He's got a bit of size. He's not a bad type. Another one that I think will improve with the run, so probably inclined to want to watch him first up.
Well, we go to Blessed Nation, who has only beaten a handful of rivals home in 2 runs, Jenny, Douglas White and Keith Young.
Yeah, horse that ran 8th in the Britannia. Not sure where he fits in. He's actually not a hopeless type. He's got plenty of body strength, 1125 pounds he weighs in at, and he's dropped 12 pounds since that last run of his. He's just keen and eager, but not too hot and bothered and not doing too much wrong. I really quite like him as a type. He doesn't look like, is he 100 to 1 or he was?
Nearly.
Yeah, he doesn't look like that, that sort of price, let's put it that way. So I'll leave him with a rough place chance.
Trained by Fabrice Chappé, and he was actually in the race won by Docklands, of course, who lined up here at the international meeting. Smart Trio, Jenny, another newcomer here with raced form overseas. Soft ground winner in Australia, won over a mile on a couple of occasions as well.
Not an overly strong-bodied horse, only 1,033, and carries nothing going in, no excess going into his debut run here. Now, that might just be him. The positives are he's got a good, healthy shine to his coat, and he does look very fit and fluent. But, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him just build up a little bit. So, for me, I'm probably inclined to want to watch him here.
Yeah, I didn't like that last trial, beaten 13 3/4. He won at Canberra twice prior to arriving. He also placed it to Goulburn, and they were all on rain-affected tracks. So see how he goes. I did like Jenny, Glorious Success. His first up run I thought was very good. Comes out of a trial behind, of course, Mojave Desert.
Yeah, look, his form prior to coming was a bit average. He is a 5-year-old, and he's had the 10 starts in total, career starts that is. But he's not a hopeless type to look at. He's very, very strong all over. His attitude's good. He does walk out freely enough, and he does look fit. So I've got to leave him there with some chance.
Yeah, he's also ran really well on his local debut here at over 20 to 1. Casa Rochester, Lyle Hewitts and Mark Noonan here, Jenny. Ran 6th behind Young Superstar at massive odds on his first run here in Hong Kong. Goes up in trip today.
Yeah, he won his maiden over the 1400, so he's a fairly quiet, relaxed type of horse. Another one that doesn't carry any excess condition, probably lacks a little bit of overall strength. 950 pounds is all he weighs in at. He actually looks, to be fair, he actually looks a little heavier than that, but not a lot. So I want to see him one more time.
Another one through that Mojave Desert trial, goes to 1,400 metres, where overseas he was 1 from 1 at the trip. Did make up some late ground last start. Fantastic fun. Race midfield, just only battled away behind Silvery Breeze. Jenny, Harry Bentley, Casper Founds.
Well, he had 1600 metre form in Australia prior to coming, so I think just he might be looking for a tad further. He looks like he would get over a bit more ground. He's a big, tall, rangy type. He's got good strength. He looks quite fit. He has been clipped out. Not a hopeless type either, so I could leave him there with a place chance.
It's fantastic fun. Harry Bentley, Casper Founds with him. 80 to 1 is his price currently. And draws gate number 6 here for his 4th start in Hong Kong. Just Kaiying Superb to see. Now he's already gone down to the start. There's Chris McMullen at his head there. Matthew Chadwick, Cody Moe. Did you see the 14, Jenny?
No, I didn't get a chance to see him, and I didn't see him last time. The 2 times that I have seen him on debut is quite tense, and the second start he was looking a bit better. He wasn't as tense, but I haven't seen him this time and last time, so can't tell you how he looked. There he is on screen.
He is by Bellardo, and of course comes out of that charming Legend race where Mickley has since come through that and won impressively here at Sha Tin last week. So that is the field for race number 9 on the